We're gonna move right on to the next fight because the zone did something different. Turkey definitely did something different. He took boxing outside and he did it in Madison, not Madison Square, but by Madison Square. But it was outside, and you can hear fire trucks, you can hear people yelling, but you can also hear people snoozing. Because a lot of people say some of these fights were snooze fest, but this was probably one of the most entertaining fights on that bout. And we're gonna start off with the recap from the red corner, which is Teofimo Lopez versus Barboza. So we all know that T.O. won by unanimous decision to retain his WBO junior welterweight belt. But the real question is, for people that seen the fight, is first I'm gonna ask y'all, what do y'all think of it? But the next question I'm gonna really ask y'all is, who should T.O. fight next?
Uh, Going to the first question, the fight was good. I think Tio he had great counters. He looked very sharp. Barboza definitely was slow responder. I think also Tio being a little bit of twitchy was stopping Barboza in his tracks because a lot of times he wasn't responding as well. He just looked like he was just stuck. He didn't know how to respond to what Tio was giving him, especially when Tio was going, stabbing to the body. Lot of movement, probably too much movement for Barboza what he used to. But I think Tio definitely deserved that win. He definitely looked real good. He looked real sharp. And he who should he fight next? Man, at this point, it's with Tio, I don't know, man, because he called out all the wrong names, but he's still fighting at 140. It just don't make sense to me. He'll call out a Terrence, a Boots, but you ain't even undisputed at 140. You've been at 140 before everybody else. He should have been undisputed by now. But I'm gonna go ahead and let Ty, tell you what he think about the fight.
I think it was the best fight on the card. The rest of the fights were terrible, but on that fight, I think Barboza got outclassed. Of course, he was too slow. You already knew that was gonna be too slow. Teofimo showed that he's a certain class of boxer over Barboza, a C class fighter. Who should he fight next? I agree with Ricky. He should fight for a belt. He should fight for another belt because fighting, like he said, moving up, fighting somebody at 147. What's that really doing for you right now? Like dominate where you at right now, then move up.
See, another thing is he might be scared because I ain't gonna say scared, but
You can say shit.
there is high competition at 140. You got Hitchens, who fight. I just realized who fight Cambosis in June. That's crazy. That Cambosis still even getting fights. Then you got he fight. Then you got Gary, and then you got Alberto Pollo. Um, I'm just confused why Tio hasn't became undisputed at 140 if he's supposed to be like that.
I think the problem is he wants bigger names, and those names are like in the boxing community, like the fans. Those are good names, but in the casual fan community, those aren't big enough names. I think he wants like huge names. I think that's
But
what
he
he wants.
trying. But this the thing is though, it's more so like that. Someone like that early round effect when it's like you just trying too hard. You
Yeah.
trying too hard.
Uh-huh.
Dominate where you at. Because at 140, he was there before everybody else. Before these people that we called out now had the belts, he could have been dominated the 140 division and probably moved up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fighters keep chasing these names. They need to become the name. And the best way to do that is to be undisputed.
I like what you said there. Because the person that he called out, Ty kind of said the same thing about him. Boots is become the name instead of calling out the names. But you said it, so it's like perfect timing. So let me ask you this right quick before we go to the next fight, because like you all said, this was one of the most entertaining fights on the bout. Also, the fact that this is one of the most entertaining face-offs throughout the rest of them too, because without Tio, I think this would have been a snooze fest throughout the promotion of the actual fight. So Ricky, if let's say if Tio and Boots was a fight, I just want to ask you quickly. You can give me details if you want to. Who wins?
Boots and by